Yo, what's poppin' people? It's Dante. In today's video, we're going to be practicing some street photography here in Philadelphia. I have my Fujifilm X Pro 3 and the 18mm f2 lens here. This will be my kit of choice, and I will be bringing you guys along with me through my point of view. I'll be giving you my thoughts on the street live, so if you're interested in seeing a more raw and uncut sort of video that showcases my process of practicing street photography with this new lens of mine, please stay tuned as we will hit the streets and see what kind of pictures that we can make. We're out here and it's very cold. I've got my winter jacket on. It's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not horrible, but there is a lot of wind, you know what I mean? So dealing with that, people are probably going to be angry out here. The light? Huh? The light, it's really beautiful.
The light on the wall?
It's reflecting from all of these buildings in the sun.
I was looking at that.
It's quite nice.
It changes up later on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to shoot with my hood up. I might have to take this off. It's just so cold. I should start wearing my beanie. To be honest, the weather's really shocking today. It hasn't been this cold, to be quite honest. But it is. And now I'm just dealing with that. But you know, I stop people on their tracks. Regardless, I have to adjust my ISO before I approach the scene. See right there, I was messed up. In the moment I fiddled a little bit with the settings because I don't like to use auto ISO, right? I like to be in control. Alright, so I just came out of Rittenhouse Square and I am now at this location at the entrance of the park, and I find this place to be the perfect spot to reset. I like to come up here and start my walks. I like to come up here and just reset each time I come back to this location, and I sort of just start my walks off here. That's kind of how I get started. And yeah, I'll make my way down Walnut Street now, but this is basically the starting point for my walk. And I do a loop back around to this location. I'm actually listening to music right now as I walk down Walnut Street. It's like a fashion sort of strip where everyone buys clothes and stuff, and I am always just in my own world, listening to music, taking pictures of people as they pass by. So I'll put the link to my playlist in the description if you guys are interested in what kind of music I listen to and stuff on the streets. I'll throw that in there right now. You Are a Tourist by Death Cab for Cutie. So as the song title suggests, you are a tourist. I actually like to appear as I am a tourist while I'm walking around my own hometown. It's a little tip I have for you. Wear the camera around your neck. It's a lot less threatening, and once you have it around your neck, it's more comfortable too. You can be hands-free, you can interact with people. But once you have that camera wrapped around your wrist, you really just look like a professional. You look like you're up to something, right? So keep the camera on your neck as a little tip here. Present yourself as a tourist. What's up, bro?
That's what you say.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, probably not though. Honestly, it takes like lots of photos. No, it's an X Pro 3. They're digital cameras. They're Fujifilm. They make like really, really good cameras that are built like analog cameras.
Yeah. They like emulate the film.
You can get, you know, a look out of it in post-processing. You can bake them into the files. You can do a lot of things. They're quite nice though, yeah. Most street photographers, they find these smaller compact cameras to be less threatening when you're doing what I just did. Like, they don't notice you as much. It's a lot more low-key, exactly, yeah. This is kind of good. Cheers, yo. I just did the drive-by at the glass method, you know, you just have to go up to it. I really commend Gustavo Minas. He's the king of that. I don't know how he gets those shots, but sometimes I can do it for just a blip and I leave. Other times I'll hang around, but that one I felt so awkward, man. He looked right at me, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty fun though to just sort of push your boundaries, sort of just try to overcome any fear you have in your street photography. So I do those things just to play games with myself. And using this new lens certainly makes it a little bit more challenging, which is fun. So I'm going to use the swooping technique. You swoop by, you make a swift Jersey slide, we call it out here in Philly. You gotta move with the groove, you know what I mean? You just sort of get right in there. All right, so we're walking down Broad Street. So you can see City Hall there in the back. I'll probably hit City Hall, go through the tunnel there. Sneak shot right there with the LCD screen, trying to get low, trying to turn my camera behind me. Kind of fun tool to use, you guys. The X Pro 3, it's a really fun camera for street photography. Ooh, that lake feels good. I love the sun. Winter days, or I suppose fall days like today, is it's quite nice. Excuse me, you mind if I make a portrait of you? Do you mind if I make a photograph of you?
A photograph?
Yeah, you look really beautiful over there. I love the light. It was hitting your face so nicely. Yeah, is that okay?
That's fine.
Yeah, thank you. I do like candid street photography in the city, and I spot some people, make pictures. My name's Dante, by the way. What's your name?
Jeannie.
Jamie?
Jeannie.
Jamie.
I dream of Jeannie.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'll stay 6 feet-ish. I'm so ready for this crazy year to come to an end.
Listen, I just was talking to my daughter. I don't know what's wrong with everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's so mean.
Oh my
angry,
God, no.
aggravating.
Have you been noticing that more on the streets?
Yes.
Okay.
Everywhere. I just came out the store. I'm gonna make you laugh if you got a second.
Yeah, I do.
So the lady, I've never seen this in my life. The lady told her how much the price was what she was purchasing. I was in Burlington.
Okay.
She questioned her about the tax. She told her the tax was wrong.
Yes.
She pulls out her phone.
Right.
And she's saying this is not what it should be. The lady said, ma'am, I have no control. The computer is what is telling you. But I never seen anything.
Lots of people are becoming more impatient, I think, too.
No, they is passing patience. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
You being nice. Like, they is. I said, I'm not going to talk to nobody. No, I'm really serious.
Right.
I can't even say, oh my God, you got beautiful eyes. Look.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Just keep smiling. You have a beautiful smile.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Same energy, and you know, I love when people see it in me too. So that's God. That's God in us. And
I appreciate
I don't
that.
know what's going on with the rest, but I ain't even worried about it. I'm really going to the house.
Making connections on the streets like that, you guys, is really nice. You know, it's a flowing sort of genre, I find, street photography. You can sort of dip in and out. You can dip in from those sort of quick stealing, sort of grabbing of moments, to then, you know, connecting with the people that are frequenting these corners and are waiting for the bus and have a chat with them. And I think it's important. And I really like to do that, and that's just a part of my process. I did notice that there was an advertisement on the right that I could maybe try to juxtapose between her and, you know, what was going on there and her gestures. And as I'm making the conversation, I'm trying to make photographs in between where there's a more interesting gesture or a person walking by in the background, keeping that candid, you know, street photography. But we're really trying to dive deeper, and that's what I do. That's my process. This is what I do when I'm out there. It's not everyone's style, but this is my sort of approach, you guys. And I'm really happy to share it with you all. So we just passed through City Hall and we're now walking down Market Street. I love to follow the street and come this way. There's some intuition that has me always coming back to Market Street. I'm always photographing the same locations over and over again to dive deeper in this community. And I'm going to check out the Reading Terminal perhaps. It's around lunchtime. People might be there. There might be some foot traffic. So we'll see what kind of stuff we can find making our way down Market Street. All right, here we are outside of the Hard Rock Cafe. Not the best light in the world, but it's not gonna stop me from photographing. I honestly have been way less interested in chasing the light as of late, and I've been interested in that human emotion on the streets, those gestures and interactions on the street that I really am trying to hone in on, and using this new lens is allowing me to really try and do just that. It's pushing me a little bit closer to people and making me look a little bit differently. So it's a fun process using a new tool here.
That'll come around there, right?
That was a decent scene here, arriving at the corner of the Reading Terminal Market. I will honestly go ahead and indulge in some nice food. Let's go to one of my favorite places to get lunch. I'm gonna put my mask on. You come straight in, main entrance, pass by all the chocolate, all of the sweets, all of this junk that we don't want. Although, let's be real, we definitely want that stuff. It's pretty good. Make a left, straight down the center, and we will arrive at our destination. Denick's roast pork and beef. Delicious stuff. Hey man, could I have a roast pork sandwich with sharp provolone and sweet peppers? Thank you, sir. Good day. Cheers. I will now find my seating arrangement, which is pretty much any of these tables. I don't know how people feel with like COVID and everything, like sitting next to people. I usually don't care. I'll just sit there next to someone, but it's a little bit weird nowadays, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pull up right here though. Let's eat this fast. I'm not even gonna take my coat off. I don't give a shit. I'm hungry. Let's go. Look at this stuff, you guys. This is a proper Philly sandwich. Let's get that camera in frame for you guys so you don't get bored, you know what I mean? I know you guys love to look at cameras and all that stuff. You know, we're photographers. Let's represent that here. All right, let's go. I'm gonna put in my favorite band Future Islands. What's your favorite band, guys? Comment below, I'm curious. I'm gonna listen to their latest single, Peach. This is what efficiency looks like. You gobble and you go. So I'm now walking up Chestnut Street. I usually walk up Chestnut, down Walnut, and so I'm almost at the point where I reset my photo walk. And yeah, I just figured I'd share with you that it's been about an hour of walking. So you're really just seeing this raw process, all of the failures, all of the in-between moments. You know, we haven't had such great success today. However, the point of these videos are to showcase the raw process of making pictures on the streets. And honestly, I would say it would typically take like a 1 to 3 hour session for me to find something successful. There are moments where you can get really lucky and find something within an hour. However, I find that the more time I spend outside, the more success I, have. It sort of equates in this way. Time spent equals reward. And well, today I don't really know how long I'm gonna continue walking, but I just want to share that so that it's an open and candid sort of conversation about my process and what it takes for me to find something successful. This is merely just a game of trial and error. There's lots of failure with making pictures. This is quite interesting, this blur. All right, everybody, that's pretty much gonna be it. I'm back here at the starting point of my photo walk where I reset here at the top. I'm at Rittenhouse, and it's a beautiful spot to start and end my walks. I'm honestly probably gonna continue, but I'm gonna end the video off here. I wanna just relax and just show you guys what it's like to photograph within just that short 1 hour stroll, doing my simple loop, my simple cycle. And typically I'll do it 1 to 3 times so that I can get a better chance of finding something interesting, right? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.